My name's Ezra, and I've been jogging for like 3 years now. Nothing crazy, just trying to stay in shape after college. So I live in this quiet neighborhood near Central Avenue. Pretty normal area, you know? Lots of families, kids playing outside during the day. I always jog around 9 p.m. because that's when I get home from work at the auto shop. My roommate Marcus always said I was crazy for running so late, but whatever. I liked how peaceful it was. About 2 months ago, I started seeing this guy walking his golden retriever. Really friendly dog, super calm. The owner seemed nice too, probably in his 40s, average height, always wore this blue baseball cap. We'd chat whenever I passed him. Just normal stuff like, "Hey, how's it going?" Or, "Nice weather tonight, right?" The dog was beautiful. Golden fur, big brown eyes, never barked or pulled on the leash. Just walked perfectly beside the guy. I remember thinking how well trained it was compared to my sister's crazy pit bull who jumps on everyone. This went on for weeks. Same time, same route down Camelback Road. The guy, I never got his name, would always stop and talk. Weather, local news, you know how it is. He mentioned the neighborhood watch program a few times. Said they were trying to keep track of who was out at night for safety reasons. Then one evening, something felt different. I was stretching by the streetlight when I saw them coming. But this time I noticed the guy wasn't carrying anything. No poop bags, no water bottle, nothing. Just walking this dog with no supplies. That's when I really looked at the golden retriever. The collar looked weird, all scratched up around the buckle area. Fresh scratches too, like someone had been messing with it recently. And the dog seemed tired. Not happy tired like after a good walk, but exhausted, like it had been walking for hours. "Hey there," the guy said with his usual smile. "How's your evening run going?" "Pretty good," I replied, but I was staring at the dog now. It wouldn't look at me, just kept its head down. "You know, I've been meaning to ask, which street do you live on? I'm updating our neighborhood watch records. Want to make sure we have everyone's information in case of emergencies." That question hit me wrong. Why would he need my address? I mumbled something about living over by the school and quickly jogged away. The next night, I decided to run a different route through Scottsdale instead. Figured I'd avoid the whole situation. But guess what? About halfway through my run, I saw the same guy. Different dog this time. A black lab. Same blue cap. Same friendly wave. He was talking to this woman who was walking alone. I slowed down and heard him asking her about her schedule, what time she usually walked, if she lived nearby. The woman looked uncomfortable. That's when I realized something was really fucked up. I started paying attention. Over the next week, I saw him in 3 different neighborhoods, always with a different dog, always approaching people who were alone, always asking personal questions about routines and addresses. The dogs were never the same breed twice, but they all had that same exhausted look. Scratched collars. No supplies with the owner. Last Tuesday, I was jogging my original route when I saw police cars parked near the community center. I stopped to ask what happened, and this officer told me they'd found several dogs abandoned in a storage unit downtown. All of them had damaged collars and seemed malnourished. I described the guy I'd been seeing, and the cop's face got serious real quick. Turns out they'd been looking for someone matching that description. Apparently, he'd been approaching lone joggers and walkers for months, gathering information about their schedules. They think he was using stolen dogs to seem trustworthy while he stalked potential victims. I never saw him again after that night. But sometimes when I'm jogging, I still look over my shoulder. Because I keep wondering, What was he really planning to do with all that information he was collecting? And those poor dogs. I can't stop thinking about how scared they must have been. My name's not important, but I live in Boise, Idaho. Small city, quiet, you know? I jog late at night, usually around 10 or 11 p.m., 'cause it's peaceful then. The streets are empty, just me, my headphones, and the cool air. I got this route I like, down Fairview Avenue past some strip malls, then looping through a few back roads near the river. It's calming, usually. So this started maybe 6 months ago. I was jogging, same route as always, when I saw this guy by a car on Orchard Street. His hazard lights were flashing, and he was waving me down, looking all panicked. "Hey! Hey, man!" he yelled. "My tire's flat, and my phone's dead. Can you call a tow for me?" I stopped, kinda hesitant. I mean, who carries cash for a tow truck, right? But he seemed legit. Sweaty, nervous, kept rubbing his hands together. I called a tow company from my phone, gave him his location, and jogged off. He thanked me a bunch, said his name was Travis. Nice guy, I thought. A week later, another night, I'm out near the edge of town, where the streetlights get spotty. There's this woman by a pickup truck, hood up, looking stressed. "Car won't start," she said, voice all shaky. "Can you give me a lift to the gas station on Chinden?" I didn't have my car, obviously. I'm jogging, so I offered to call someone. She said no, just needed a ride, but I couldn't help. I felt bad, you know? She looked so desperate standing there in the dark. I noticed she had this weird tattoo on her wrist, like a small circle with a slash through it. Didn't think much of it then. Her name was Lila, she said. This kept happening. Every couple weeks I'd run into someone stranded. Always different people, always at night, always when I was alone. Once, this dude named Corey ran out of gas on a quiet stretch near the river. Another time, a woman named Marissa needed a jump start. Each time I'd try to help, call someone, point them to a gas station. But it started feeling weird. Like how many people break down on my exact jogging route, and always in these lonely spots, away from houses or traffic. I started noticing stuff. Like I'd hear this faint crackle sometimes, like a walkie-talkie, just out of sight. Or I'd see a shadow move behind a tree, but when I looked, nothing. One night, I swear I saw the same car parked a block away from two different stranded people weeks apart. My brain was like, nah, you're just paranoid. But I couldn't shake it. I even stopped jogging for a week because I was so spooked. My neighbor's dog kept barking at nothing those nights, which didn't help. Kept me up, hearing that yapping through my thin apartment walls. Then, last month, it got bad. I was jogging on a back road off State Street, super dark, no streetlights. This guy, Evan, he said, flags me down. "My car's out of gas," he says, pointing to a beat-up sedan. He's got that same panicked vibe, asking for a ride to a gas station. I'm about to say I can't help, but then I see it. That same damn circle/tattoo on his wrist. My heart's pounding, but I play it cool. "Sure, man," I say. "Let me call someone." I pull out my phone, but instead of calling a tow, I dial 911 and mute it so he can't hear. While I'm pretending to talk to a tow guy, I hear this static noise. Evan's got his back to me, fiddling with something in his jacket. Then I hear it, clear as day from his pocket, a voice on a radio. "The runner isn't taking the bait tonight." My whole body goes cold. I'm standing there, phone to my ear, pretending I don't hear it, but my hands are shaking. Evan turns around, smiles, and says, "You good, man?" I nod, mumble something about the tow being on the way, and start backing up. He's still smiling, but his eyes, they're too sharp, like he knows I know. I bolt. I run faster than I ever have, cutting through alleys, not looking back. I hear footsteps behind me for a bit, but they fade. When I get home, I lock every door, every window. The cops show up later, say they found the car, but it was empty. No Evan, no nothing. They think it was some kind of scam, maybe a group targeting lone joggers, studying routines, using fake breakdowns to lure people. They never caught anyone. I don't jog at night anymore. Hell, I barely leave my apartment after dark. I keep thinking about that tattoo, those voices on the radio. Were they gonna rob me? Worse? I don't know. Sometimes I hear a car slow down outside my place, and I freeze, waiting for it to pass. My landlord says the hallway floor creaks because of old pipes, but I swear it sounds like footsteps some nights. I don't know who they were or what they wanted, and that's the worst part. It's like they're still out there, waiting for me to run again. My name's Zara, and I jog every night around 10 p.m. because that's when my apartment gets too stuffy. The heat barely works in winter, but somehow it's like a sauna in there during summer. So there's this path I always take through Riverside Park. It goes along the river for about 2 miles, then loops back. Perfect for clearing my head after work. I've been doing this same route for like 8 months now. One Tuesday night, I'm jogging and I see these orange cones blocking part of the path. There's this guy in a hard hat standing next to some electrical equipment near the power lines. He waves at me and points to go around the cones. "Evening." "Sorry about the mess," he says. Really friendly voice. "We're doing some work on the power lines here. Should be done in a few days." I nod and jog around. Nothing weird about it. Utility work happens all the time. The next night, same setup, same guy. He's standing there with his clipboard, wearing that yellow safety vest. This time he starts chatting more. "You run here every night? That's dedication," he says. I wish I had that kind of energy after work. I slow down a bit. "Yeah, helps me sleep better." "Smart. This neighborhood's pretty safe for night running, right? You live around here?" I just shrug and keep jogging. Personal questions from strangers always make me uncomfortable, even if they seem harmless. Thursday comes around. Same exact setup. The guy's there again, same spot, same equipment. But I notice something. The equipment hasn't moved at all, like not even an inch. The orange cones are in the exact same positions. "Still working on it?" I ask as I approach. "Oh yeah, these power line jobs take forever. Lots of safety protocols," he laughs. "You live in those apartments over on Bellevue Street? I see you coming from that direction." That made me pause. How did he know which direction I come from? I mean, maybe he just noticed, but it felt weird. My dog started barking like crazy when I got home that night, which was strange because Luna never barks at nothing. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Same guy, same equipment, same exact positions for everything. By now I'm getting suspicious. The work site looked identical every single night. No progress, no different tools, nothing. Monday night, the guy asks me, "You live alone?" "Just wondering because I see you jogging by yourself every night. Gotta be careful out here." That question made my skin crawl. Why would he need to know that? I mumbled something about being late and jogged faster. When I got home, I couldn't shake the feeling, so I did what I probably should have done earlier. I went to the city's utility website and searched for scheduled work in Riverside Park. Nothing. No scheduled electrical work. no permits, no planned maintenance. I checked 3 different utility companies. 0 results. My hands were shaking as I closed my laptop. Who the hell was this guy? And why was he pretending to be a utility worker? Tuesday night, I almost didn't go jogging, but I needed to see what was going on. This time, I had a plan. As I approached the fake work site, I pretended to answer my phone. "Hey roommate, yeah, I'm almost home," I said loudly into my phone. "Yeah, both of us will be there tonight watching movies." The guy looked up when he heard me talking. His whole face changed. The friendly smile disappeared. Without saying a word, he started packing up the equipment, just loading everything into his van really quickly. "Have a good night," he said, but his voice sounded different. Cold. I jogged past as fast as I could. My heart was pounding so hard I thought I might throw up. The next morning, I called the police. Turns out 3 other people in the neighborhood had reported a utility worker asking personal questions about their schedules and living situations. All of them lived alone. All of them were joggers or dog walkers who used that same path. The cops said they'd increased patrols in the area, but they never caught the guy. His van had fake license plates. I still jog, but I changed my route completely. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I hadn't made that fake phone call. What was he planning? How long had he been watching me? The thought keeps me awake at night sometimes. That friendly voice asking if I lived alone. The way he knew which direction I came from. I guess some people aren't who they pretend to be.